got that screw out. Oh, still not moving anywhere. Oh, hi guys. Oh, what a fiasco I had this week. Compressors stopped working. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on what's going on. Oh. Laughing and despairing all at the same time. What's happened this week? I lost a day because of the bank holiday, because in the UK, of course, it was bank holiday Monday. So I got to Thursday, still thinking it was Wednesday. And my wife wasn't going to work today because I knew she wasn't working on Saturday. And but she was working Friday because she does shift work in a care home. And this morning she didn't go to work, so I said, I thought you were going to work today. And she said, it's Saturday, I've got Saturday off this week. Oh no, I've lost a day somewhere. Oh dear. So anyway, I really wanted to get the side of my van polished, the driver's side, because I've got the door I'm building up. I've built the door up, I've taken the door off because there's a seal at the top that I can't get to. With the door still on, so I thought, well, I'll take the door off, I'll polish the side out, I'll polish the door, make the seal up, get the seal on, get the door back on. If I could do that Saturday, that would be really cool. Of course, Saturday's come a day early for me, and yeah, so I come out anyway. I'm manically sliding the side of the van down, and the compressor's blown up. Yeah, I know what's happened. The starter's failed. I've had this compressor since 1988. It's on its third motor, and even the motor's been rebuilt with new capacitors. And the starter packed up a couple of years ago. I stripped it down, all the contacts were burnt out, and I was right in the middle of trying to get something done. So I cleaned all the contacts back up, and it's worked for the last couple of years. Absolutely hasn't missed a beat. And now, of course, I'm a bit up against it. It's packed up. What else has happened? Oh, last time it went wrong, which was a catastrophe. I went to see a friend in Oxford. I was invited to a birthday party, and we drove there and we got flashed by a speed camera on the way down there. And on the way back, the car, it was an old Escort Mark III, so it's a few years ago now, and on the way back, there was an almighty bang and a huge plume of smoke, and I'd blown the engine on the car, and I got back, and I thought, with a bit between my teeth, I thought, I'm gonna rip the head off this, see what's going on. So I fired the compressor up, and I was halfway through ripping the head off, and the compressor stopped working. So I went out there and I sort of turned it on again manually, and this huge flame shot out the side of one of the capacitors. So all that happened in one day, which was great, you know. So anyway, the shrinker stretcher has arrived this week. Thank you very much for all your contribution, guys. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been dragged behind the van rather than delivered, and the box is completely smashed to bits, the tool's hanging out the side, and from what I can see, all the nuts and bolts that hold the already pre-assembled parts together is missing, and so are the stretcher jaws as well. So I'm in the middle of trying to sort that out with the supplier at the moment, so maybe some more news to come on that. I've had a very, very bizarre week really. I've also been contacted by another company, which is really nice. I'll tell you more about that some other time. Let's see what happens first. Don't want to make any rash promises. And yeah, and also one of the hammers I gave away a couple of weeks ago, really weird. I recognised the address instantly because it's my hometown, and the guy's name was Mark Shepherd, and I thought, no way, it couldn't possibly be the same family, because my brother was best mates when he was at primary school with a guy called Paul Shepherd. Same road, Anyway, I went there, it was the same people. What are the odds on that? I mean, you think the few subscribers I've got, and most people are abroad, and it was just picked at random, and it turns out to be somebody I know, which is unbelievable. So I popped around his house, hand delivered it to, hi Mark, if you're watching, hi Mum, also got a picture of Mum as well, looking lovely as ever, hadn't seen her for 40 years, but yeah, unbelievable. So I dropped the hammer around there. Whilst we're talking about hammers, thank you very much for everybody that bought a hammer. They have all been dispatched. Any problems, let me know and I'll sort it out immediately, but they have all been dispatched. And for those that missed out on the hammers, I will be getting some more hammers in. I've actually bought some. They haven't arrived yet and they haven't been customised yet. So what I'll do is make sure that they're the right ones when they arrive and that they're okay. I'll customise them, and only when they're ready for dispatch will I say that I'll put them up for sale again, and I'll keep some back as well to give away as prizes, of course, because I like to give things away. It's always nice to do something nice, isn't it, in return? So unfortunately I'm going to be a bit stuffed for doing anything this week. I have filmed something, so the next video won't be what I thought it was going to be, because I had a lot of people really interested in the last video about creating a double curvature. But what a lot of people asked me was the same question. They said, well, that's all very well and good, Trev, but how can we create a basic curve? So we want to make a double curvature, but we want one of the curves to be more curved than the other side. How on earth would we go about that? And I just sort of, because I just, you know, when it's your job and you do it day in, day out, you just sort of naturally know what to do. So what I thought I'd do is take a step back from doing the real dished panel I was going to make, and I've put in together a video of how to make a double curvature panel, but with one much more exaggerated in the other way. And to prove that the theory works, I've filmed it all, not missed any bits out, and I've also offered it up against an existing panel just to show you that it fits absolutely perfectly. So that'll be next week's video. Like I say, it's all shot, but I'm a day behind and I'm back at work on Monday, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So I thought I'd just shoot this quick video just to keep you in the loop. Let's see what's wrong with this starter, shall we? Oh, I got a compressor dragged round from its corner, which means that I've been able to hoover up 2 inches of dust and mop the floor, which is something I've done, which is nice. I still can't see. I'm sure I can take that box off there. Disconnected from the mains, by the way. I'm sure I can get that box off there without... I mean, I've taken this apart before, but it's a couple of years ago. I've forgotten, but I don't want to take the whole thing off because I've got to disconnect all the air and everything. That doesn't want to seem to budge, even though I've undone the screw off the top. That does look like it's bent down a little bit. I wonder if I bend that tab up, I'll be able to just release it. Yeah, I've just bent that baby up, look. Oh. Of course the wire's still all connected. Yeah, that's going to come out of there, isn't it? I'm going to get that out without stripping the whole thing down. Let's see what I can do with the contacts. The old contacts are all burnt out, look. It's quite clever how it works. We got a sprung loaded, must be some kind of piston or something inside of there, and when the pressure reaches a certain amount, it shuts it off, and then when it drops, this plunger fires up. When it drops below 80 psi, this comes up, pushing these contacts up, and then these contacts bridge. They act as a switch, you see. They bridge from the main side to the motor side, and then cause the motor to fire into operation, and then when it gets to the pressure, there must be, like I say, there must be a plunger in there, and it just drops that back down again, which disconnects these contacts. They look like the old contact breakers in an old distributor, don't they? And that's what's the problem. I know it is, because I gave it a flick with the screwdriver earlier before it completely gave up, and it did fire back into life a couple of times. But maybe I'll give these a clean, order a new switch. If I could just get it up and running today, at least I'll be able to sand the side of the van down. I may not be able to get all the polishing done, but I'll be a bit further forward than I am now. Let's see what happens. So managed to get the switched part off by disconnecting it from the wiring, and I can see what the problem is. There's three bridging sides, there's 3 contact points, and this middle one is to the live, and it's got hotlet and melted itself into the plastic because these is sprung and it's supposed to have movement, you see. That centre one hasn't. This one on the end is a spare because the earth is just screwed to the side of the switch, so it's only using these 2 switches. So I think if I just break that out of there, because I robbed that out of that side the last time round, so that this is actually a better one. So if I break that out of there, put that in that side, clean all the contacts up, and then move the live to the other side, I should be able to get this up and running again. So that's all sorted. Sprung both sides now. This is a bit more worrying because the contact on that one there where I'm pointing is heavily tipped over, and when the switch goes up in it, see how that's twisting round as it goes in. But I think it'll do for now, just to get me up and running, and then I'm going to order a new switch. The rain falls hard on a humdrum town. This town has dragged you down. Oh, the rain falls hard on a humdrum town. This town has dragged you down. Oh, oh. She's all back together. The moment of truth. Will it go? Won't it go? Will Trev manage to get the side of the van polished today? There's only one way to find out.